Today I'm taking a closer look at and showing you how to install the Raxium LED Halo Surround headlights, shown here with the black chrome housings and clear lenses, available for your 2009 through 2018 Ram 1500. Now you guys be checking out these affordable LED projectors if you'd like to go with a very aggressive, very unique looking set to really help change up the attitude of your Ram at home, while also greatly improving your nighttime visibility thanks to the full LED lighting that these will be providing. Now these guys will not only contribute to a very different look, very aggressive look, but will also come loaded with some modern features, including the LED daytime running lights and the stacked LED projectors, all for the low $500 price point. All right, let's get into some of the features here with the Raxiums because there is a lot to cover. Now, first and foremost, again, these are going to convert your dated low beam reflector style housing into a much more modern LED projector. Now, not only will this just look a lot cooler, but thanks to the brighter, more focused beam of light, certainly expect better visibility at night as well. And thanks to the increased throw, and again, those included LED bulbs, which are preloaded for you. Now, these Halo Surrounds are going to basically illuminate around the headlight. This isn't a typical Halo where you just see that little ring around the projector. Instead, Raxium calls these the Halo Surrounds, again, giving you that DRL surrounding the headlight. And those will illuminate with a bluish, whitish glow whenever your parking lights or headlights have been switched on. And again, they do really contribute to that more modern look you see with a lot of today's modern trucks. Finally, guys, we have to talk about the housing here, because even though the site calls this a black housing, to me it's more of like a black chrome. Very unique. Usually you just go chrome, you just go matte black. Rarely do I see kind of a black chrome housing such as this. Definitely delivers that darker appearance that I think a lot of truck owners are after, and certainly a no-brainer if you're looking to achieve that all blacked out look with your rig. Now, moving into construction, and these options from Raxium, I would say, are easily on par with that of the factory headlights in a lot of different ways. Again, starting with those automotive grade ABS plastic housings. And again, you do get a crystal clear impact resistant lens on top, weather sealed to prevent any excess moisture over time. Now, this combination does receive the DOT and SAE stamp of approval, making them legal for use in all 50 states. Again, I want to go back to the LED aspect of these headlights because they do include brand new bulbs, of course, for your LED projectors, in addition to the LED Halo Surround, which we've already talked about. But also on the sides here, guys, you're looking at a full LED turn signal portion as well. So again, you're really loaded with a lot of LED firepower here with the Raxium headlights. Now, these also will be a plug-and-play job. That's always huge to talk about here, guys, when adding all of this extra auxiliary or accent lighting such as this, because typically you have to wire them into parking lights and different harnesses. Not the case here. The Raxiums include a plug-and-play harness, which will certainly make these very easy when it comes time for the install, as opposed to having to wire something in. Finally, they are adjustable, so basically you can aim them properly after the install, make sure you're getting the best visibility without blinding oncoming traffic. All right, let's talk price point here real quick, because again, the Raxium Halo projectors, I think are gonna be very appealing to Ram owners out there, landing in that low $500 range. This does make them one of the most affordable options in the category that give you a full LED package, from the daytime running lights to the actual projectors themselves and even your turn signals. So again, to get that full LED combination and that full LED conversion at this low of a price point is pretty rare in the category. All right, last but not least, let's switch gears and talk more about the installation. Again, as I mentioned earlier, guys, plug and play job. Therefore, the site's gonna stick with a strong 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter here. Calling this one, I would say, at least an hour, maybe 2 to complete from start to finish. Now, to give you a better idea of what to expect when it comes time for the install at home, let's throw it out to the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
For this install, you need a ratchet, 10mm socket, and clip removal tool.
All right, today we're gonna be installing some headlights on our Ram. First, we're gonna watch a quick video how to uninstall the stock ones. Then we'll come back here to install the new ones.
For this install, we are going to have to pull the grill off the front end of our truck to gain access to the headlights. You don't need a whole lot of tools to accomplish this job, and I'm going to walk you through every step of the process. So let's get started. The first step is actually going to be to remove the rad support cover. Ours is missing, and all you'll need is this little clip removal tool to pop the clips out to remove that, and that is going to gain you access to these 4 10mm bolts here at the top of the grill. So I'll use my 10mm socket on a ratchet and pull those out. Once those bolts are removed, you can grab the grill from the front end and just give it a good pull, and it should come right off. The next step is actually going to be behind the headlight, and you're going to gain access to this through the inner fender liner. There's an access window that we can use to get to the back of the headlight, and we're going to be feeling for this white tab here. It has a lip on the bottom of it, and all we have to do is push it up to unlock it. I just need to pull the clip for the access window back, and then I can fold that back out of my way, and then I can put my hand inside and release the tab. Next, once again using my 10mm socket and ratchet, I'm going to remove the 2 bolts here on the front of the headlight. That'll allow me to pull it out and unplug it from the vehicle. Now I can pull my headlight out and unplug my connectors. Just to give you a little bit of a better visual of the clip that I was referring to earlier, this is it right here, and it is currently in its locked position. By pushing it up, you open up the slot here to allow the headlight to come out.
Before we get our new headlight installed, we're just going to put on our wiring harness to our factory connectors. So you see they're clearly labeled high and low, and then turn signal. So we're just going to plug them into our harnesses here. Secure our locking tabs down, and now we can plug these 2 connectors into our new headlight. Now we have our harnesses for our headlight, so we have our resistor block here. Plug that in. And then our main headlight connector. Then we can get our headlight in position. We see and move our wires out of the way and line up all of our tabs. We just have our 2 10mm bolts in our front. So we have our longer one down the bottom, shorter one up top. Grab your ratchet and 10mm socket and tighten those 2 down. Now we're going to come into our wheel well and secure our locking tab behind the headlight. Now you're not going to be able to see anything, but just pull that down, lock it in place, put our cover back on, and then our push clip. All right, now once you have this headlight all secured, you can go ahead and do the same thing for the other headlight. Now we can get our grill into place, line up all of our tabs, and we can get our 4 bolts back in the top of the grill. So we'll get our 4 bolts reinstalled. Then while we're here, we can just get our rad cover reinstalled, line up all of our push clips, and secure it down. And that wraps up our install of our Raxium LED Halo Surround headlights with a black housing and a clear lens for a 2009 to 2018 Ram 1500. And remember, for everything Ram, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.